tuning into my channel, Simple Ideas, Great Results. And I'd like to invite you to register for it if you haven't done it, so that I can continue to bring you more simple, creative, and inexpensive ideas for your home decor. And today what I'd like to show you is a grouping of pictures that you can use for a gift for a wedding. You can reframe your wedding pictures. So with that being said, let's get started. Okay, for this beautiful picture frame grouping, you're going to need your ruler for measuring, your X-Acto knife, pencil for marking, and your runner tape. You will also need one of these signs that says love, and these you can always get them at Hobby Lobby for 25 cents each at the Paper Crafts. You will also need 4 of these sheets, and they are perfect for wedding. As you can see, they have beautiful writing on it. It says love, always and forever, I do, to have and to hold. And this is a big part of your picture frame decor. So that is why we are going to dress it, and it doesn't need to be, your frame does not need to be very busy or intricate. And here is the picture frames that I had picked, and these are very, very inexpensive. You can get them at Walmart, you can get them at Hobby Lobby, or wherever you want. I picked 2 8x10s to hang on each side of the big frame, but you can get a lot more than those, especially if you want to display a lot of wedding pictures on the wall. And this is the one I picked for the big one, or the one in the middle, and it's a 12x16. And we are going to decorate them and just make a beautiful artwork. And like I said before, you can give it as a wedding gift, or you can reframe your wedding pictures. And you will also need some of this ribbon with adhesive on the back, and I got these ones at Hobby Lobby. Let's see, Paper Craft usually goes on sale every other week, so you can get everything 50% off. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your sheet with the love on it, and you are going to measure, let's see, 3 inches from the bottom. So I already went ahead and cut it, but it is 3 inches from the bottom. And then you mark it, and then you're going to do a 4 inches from that mark up and mark. Same on the other side, mark 3 inches from the bottom and 4 more inches from that mark. Mark it, and go ahead and cut the bottom one, which I already did. And now you are going to put your ruler across the next mark. Okay, you want to get a straight line all across. So you're going to mark on each side of the gold L, each side, okay? Once you've done that, you are going to get your X-Acto knife. You're going to start at the top, and you're going to put some pressure in it and just follow that gold line all the way to the mark. You're going to do the same thing on the top. Start on the top and go all the way around the gold letter. Okay, and you're going to stop at your mark. You're going to do the same thing with the other side. You can either turn it around if that's easier, and you're gonna go ahead and go all the way around. Okay, so whatever way is easier for you to cut it. I usually like to turn mine around slowly. Okay, once you've done that, you're gonna loosen out, and as you can see, you can lift it up, and you're going to put your paper craft right there, and you're gonna hold it right there on your 4-inch mark. You're gonna take your runner tape and go ahead and tape it all around so it stays on both sides. And you can also put a little bit right here behind that letter. All right, the next step is, once you've glued that, by the way, make sure that when you're cutting with your X-Acto knife, you always put a very thick board underneath because you don't want to cut your table or surface. And after you've glued it, you are going to measure again from the bottom of the design paper. You are going to measure 2 inches, and this time is going to be where you're going to apply the gold. Okay, so 2 inches from the bottom, and then just go ahead and put a little mark. That's where we're going to lay our tape, and then 2 marks over here from here to here. I'm going to go in a little bit because I do not want it to go out so much, because there is a mat. This is going to serve as a mat around it. So I have not taped mine yet, but you're going to turn around and you are going to mark again from the top 2 inches, okay? And this, just being exact, makes everything look very professional done. So you don't want lines to be crooked. All right, so let's go ahead and put our gold on those 2 marks. Okay, and it's okay. So right on that line and right on that line. Okay, and press. And then we're gonna cut the edges at the end, okay? So let's turn it around. As long as the middle is well pressed. Like I said, I haven't taped my paper to the bottom one, but I'm doing this just to show you. You can also do this way before you put it on the love sign. So let's find again your 2 mark right there, and just kind of try to cover it a little so you won't see anything on the frame. Alright, so let's cut about right there. Now let's go ahead and do the other side. Okay, now from the sides you are going to measure 3 inches. Okay, so this sheet is a 12 by 12. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and measure 12, because usually your pictures are 5 by 7, you know, the one that's going to fit in this frame. So go ahead and measure now from the edge inside, towards the inside, 3 inches and 3 inches. Do that on the other side. Time for your tape. Once you match those 2, it automatically gives you a straight line, so you don't have to draw a straight line all the way. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead, and you can already start cutting at the edge of it, right there. Turn it around. And let's find those 3-inch marks again. You can either use your X-Acto knife to cut that extra, or the scissors like I showed you before. All right, it's time to do the smaller frames. So this is when this is gonna come in handy, but if not, you can measure. Let's see, well, I'll go ahead and first start with these. Every page of this is printed the same, so I wanted to include this letter and this love to be on this one. So I went ahead and I'm gonna cut 1/2 inch from the top, okay? So let's see, 1/2 inch would be about right there. All right, once you cut that 1/2 inch off, you can go ahead and cut the 8 by 10. Okay. Eight and 10 lengthwise. Okay, once you've cut your paper 8 by 10, you are going to turn it over. And like I said, if you have a little mat, it will really make things a lot quicker and a lot easier. But if not, just go ahead and measure. Let's see, it's about 1 3/4 from each side, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and do the matting because it's a lot easier. And you hold it, you're going to trace it. Oops, and then you are going to cut it with your X-Acto knife. So this is gonna be your mat that's gonna fit inside your frame. So you put it right onto the line. You go straight down. Turn it over. Again, make sure you have a thick pad or board underneath. And right on the line again. All right, once you have your mat ready, it's time to measure from the inside line about 1/2 inch out, and that is going to be where we are going to lay our gold trim ribbon. All right, now it's time to open your frame. So you take the 2 corners and you push it out. Okay, and it's really easy. There's also an easel on the back if you want to stand it up. But we do not need an easel because we are planning to hang it on the wall and it's just going to look beautiful. So go ahead and lay the cardboard on the bottom. We're going to turn that because we are not going to have the actual picture that goes here, but we are going to pretend like there is one of your wedding pictures. Make sure the letters read facing out. And this is going to be our picture inside. And I actually like, the reason why I didn't cut it on the big one is because if you wanted to go ahead and lay it flat and just using your tape runner, I really love how this white line from your photo will show. So I'll show you on the bigger one. Now this one is nice because it's got the black frame trim around it, so I really like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Just remember, whoever gets this is going to either use it on the photo or lay it flat. And let's see if we can get this semi-straight. Doesn't really matter because they're going to, like I said, put their picture probably on top of these. Okay, let's go ahead and put our frame back in there. Try to open it again like we did with the when we first. There you go. Pretty easy. Doesn't it look beautiful? Okay, so now let me go ahead and show you the bigger one. So here's the bigger picture, and now I'm going to go ahead and glue the top sheet to the bottom. Make sure that you match again your marks, and once you've done that, you are ready to put all your, I'm just going to go around and do the same thing. We are going to go ahead and do a little bit of this on the letter. Let me see if I can get it. I'll just do it right on top here. There we go. Okay, once we have that, this is what I was talking about. I have a picture that I cut from a magazine just to show you how it's going to look like, and you're going to lay it right in the middle. Okay. So you can either cut your frame around it, and what you're going to do is measure from the gold tape 1/2 inch in, and then you're going to cut your frame, okay? Because this is a little bit different than this size. So with that being said, we are ready to frame it. Let's go ahead and do our final touches on our big frame. Now, doesn't that look beautiful? And I thought I had this lace ribbon, and I went ahead and made a ribbon to either put it in the corner. You can also put it right here on top. And of course you don't want to glue it to the glass because you need to remove it and clean it sometimes. So I would recommend using either the same ribbon on top and tying the bow, or I happen to have this thin trim, and what this does is it balances the white here to the top, so it really dresses it up really nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and tie this ribbon. It is a little bit thin, but you can slide it in or slide it out, however you want. Let me get my scissors real quick. Okay, and now we're going to just tie. Use a paper. Just find out where your ribbon, where your bow is going to be at, okay? And you can go ahead and put your paper and go ahead and use just, either a little dab of glue gun or glue, and just tape it right there, and that way when they are ready to change the frame, they're just going to slide this out. Okay, so that is our final touch of your beautiful ribbon. Now this is a see-through, and it's just perfect for a wedding, and you can also buy it on by the yard, whether it's at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Joann's, so they can be matching. But yeah, just a nice trim. You can tie the bow right there, or you can do it separate. So let's pretend like that's glued already right there, and there's the big picture. Here's the one that goes on the side, and here is the one that goes on the other side. And I like to mention also that when you're framing some of your pictures, you can have a bigger grouping. Make sure that you have close-ups, you have far away ones, so that it'll look interesting. Okay, so let me see if I can show you the whole pictures together. I think it would just look really, really pretty once you hang it up.